Well, I guessing it'd be about time to get this warmed up and going. Do 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 do. Oh, now, how be this get to working again?
Press the button.
Which
no,
button?
No, not that one.
Not this
the
one.
left.
That one.
No, your other left.
This other one.
Oh,
Which one are you talking about?
I meant the right. No,
What
but
are
not
you-
that big red one.
The-
The
this
other
way.
red button.
Not-
Just not the big, happy, shiny one.
You mean the one I just pushed?
Yeah, for crying out
Oh,
loud. You
Lady.
don't know what you're doing.
I know perfectly well what I'm doing.
Not that button. Oh, for crying out loud. You just sit here on your patootie. You play
Well,
with your buttons. I go make coffee.
You do that, but don't slam the door. I hope you managed to get out to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show last night. Had a good time with that. Got to meet many fascinating individuals there. I hope we'll become fast friends throughout the years. Oh, that means that you won't be asked to jump off, to walk off the short plank. We'll give you the long plank to walk off of. Now, let's see. I was feeling a little down this morning, and then I came across something that lifted my spirits, and I realized what part of our mission be. Well, I keep saying, learn to laugh again, and that's what we're doing here, learning to laugh again, and I realized one of the beauties of the PSC, humor, comedy, laughter, jocularity, is that it brings us together. When you can laugh together, you can live together. Whether you like the person or not, if you both can laugh, it makes things go so much better. It's a spoonful of sugar that keeps the world going round. And that's the whole point. Laughter brings us together by making it so that we can laugh at each other's differences instead of yelling at each other. And that's no good. So, learn to laugh again right here with the captain's quarters. And with that, welcome back, me mateys. Welcome back. Let's kick it right into, what be it? Joe Doses. What's the matter, you? Shut up, your face. Right here on the captain's quarters. Welcome back, me mateys. Welcome back.
Hello, I'm Giuseppe. I got something special for you. Ready? Uno, due, tre, quattro. When I was a boy, just about the 8th grade, Mama used to say, don't stay out late with the bad boys. Always shoot the pool, Giuseppe going to flunk a school. Boy, it make me sick, all the thing I gotta do. I can't get no kicks, I always got to follow rules. Boy, it make me sick, just to make the lousy bucks. Got to feel like a fool. And the mama used to say all the time, what's the matter you? Hey, gotta no respect. What do you think you do? Why you look so sad? It's not so bad. It's a nicer place. Shut up your face. That's my mom, I can remember. Big accordion solo. Play that thing. Really nice, really nice. But soon there come a day, gonna be a bigger star. Then they make a TV shows and the movies. Get myself a new car, but still I be myself. I don't want it to change a thing. Still a dance and a sing. I think about the mama, she used to say, what's the matter you? Hey, God, no respect. What do you think you do? Why you look so sad? It's not so bad. It's a nicer place. Shut up your face. Mama, she said it all of the time. What's the matter you? Hey, God, no respect. What do you think you do? Why you look so sad? It's not so bad. It's a nicer place. Shut up your face. That's my mom. Hello, everybody. That's out there on the radio and the TV land. Did you know I had the big hit the song in Italy with this? Shut up your face. I sing this song, all of my fans applaud, they clap their hands. But they're making me feel so good. You ought to learn this song, it's real simple. See, I sing, what's the matter you? You sing, hey. Then I sing the rest. And then at the end, we can all sing, shut up your face. Okay, let's try it, really. Uno, due, tre, quattro. What's the matter you? Hey. your face. That's great. We're gonna do the better this time. I bet. Hey, what's the matter, you? Hey, got no respect. Hey, what do you think you do? Hey, why you look so sad? Hey, it's not so bad. Hey, it's a nicer place. Shut up in your face. Okay, one time for mama, everybody. What's the matter, you? Hey, got no respect. Hey, what do you think you do? Hey, why you look so sad? Hey, it's not so bad. Hey, it's a nicer place. Shut up in your face.
Creative thinking, recreational thinking. This is what I hope that I bring to you people tonight. The problem is the schools. The schools. They don't teach us how to be different. They teach us how to be the same. Right, guys? Gang? Girls? Remember school where you go to learn to communicate and all they say is no talking? Makes no sense. It stifles the creative person who has questions to ask. Why are all the home ec teachers divorced? I remember at the very beginning, nursery school seemed strange to me. I heard a nursery rhyme about the three bears. Okay. Bear comes home, finds a blonde in his bed. He's pissed off because he's out of little porridge. It makes no sense. So I would ask questions about these things, you know, and then I get in trouble for acting smart. Acting smart in school. Oh, excuse me. Get sent to the dean for acting smart. Gallagher, what's the matter with you? I'm okay now. You can send me back. We should be asking people to be different. I think in America, where you ask these questions. I'd raise my hand and she knew I was screwing around with her, you know. So I'd have to raise my hand, like I just thought of something very clever. What makes the Teflon stick to the pan? If a duck eats and goes in the water, does he get the cramps? When yogurt goes bad, how can you tell? See, they don't want to hear these things. Can't answer. Why does a cowboy wear two spurs? If one side of the horse goes, so does the other. Why do they call them cowboys? Cows is girls, bulls is boys. Ought to be cowgirls and bull boys. Why do they call a statue a bust when it stops right before the part it'd be named after? Why do they call them buildings when they're already done building them? Ought to call them built. Why do they call it a TV set when you only get one? And why do they call a woman's prison a penal colony? I ended up getting a degree in English literature finally because I like the language. It's a good language. In fact, it's an advantage we have over the Japanese because theirs is dumber than ours. I remember I went there the first day to learn to read. I was real excited. I was going to learn to read. I didn't know about sex, so this was it. I was going to learn to read. Oh, boy, I'm ready to go. And she says, okay, your first word you're going to learn to read is big. Oh, boy, I know big already. I know the meaning. So I got ready. She went, one thing, two things, three things. I said, damn, that's little for big. I said, that's little. She said, no, this is little. It was twice as big. As big. I said, this is gonna be hard. But I knew it was because I tried to learn to read ahead of time. I'd ask my dad signs on the roadside, what does that say, Dad? He'd say, good food. I say, why? They both end in O-O-D. Those words ought to rhyme. It ought to be good food or good food. Why is it good food? See, it doesn't matter. Why should I be serious about the language if the language isn't serious enough to make sense? Right, gang? Well, let's take the word bomb. B-O-M-B, right? Bomb? Bomb. B-O-M-B? All right, T-O-M-B. Tom? No, tomb. All right, T-O-M-B, tomb. C-O-M-B, coom? Comb. All right, C-O-M-B, comb. P-O-M-B, poem? No, P-O-E-M, poem. All right, P-O-E-M, poem. H-O-E-M, home? No, H-O-M-E. All right, H-O-M-E, home. S-O-M-E, some? No, some. All right, S-O-M-E, some. N-O-M-E, numb? No, N-U-M-B. Worse. W-O-R-S-E, worse. H-O-R-S-E, hearse. Horse. Laughter. L-A-U-G-H-T-E-R, laughter. D-A-U-G-H-T-E-R, dafter. No. N-U-M-B. Well, let's see. What are some others? A-C-H-E. Ache. Is this a mistake? No, mustache. B-E-A-R-D. Beard. H-E-A-R-D. Herd. This is a bird. G-O. Let's get simple. G-O. Go. D-O. Do. Do. Now, this ain't two words off in the side of the corner we don't use anymore. This is go and do. All right, D-O, do. N-O, new? No. This don't make sense. I'm quitting.
There be, oh, yes, Gallagher with creative thinking. Now, let's see. Oh, here's another good one. But with, Kefadada's Life in the Slaw Lane.
It was Cucumber the 1st. Summer was over. I had just finished a long day and I was busheled. I'm the kind of guy that works hard for his celery, and I don't mind telling you I was feeling a bit wilted. But I didn't care at all, because otherwise things were fine. I try never to disparagus, and I don't sweat the truffles. I'm outstanding in my field, and I know that something good will turn up eventually. A bunch of things were going grape, and soon I'd be top banana. At least that's my peeling. But that's enough corn. Lend me your ear, and let us continue. After dressing, I stalked over the grain station. I got there just in time to catch the 911 as it plowed towards the core of Appleton, a lentil more than a melon and a half east of Cloveland. No one got off at Zucchini, so we continued on our route to Bega. Passing my usual stop, I got of Ekado. I hailed a passing yellow cabbage and told the driver to cart me off to Brooklyn. I was going to meet my brother across from the eggplant, where he had a job at the Saffron Station pumpkin gas. Well, as soon as I saw his face, I knew he was in a yam. He told me his wife had been raising Cain. Her name was Peaches, a soiled but radishing beauty with huge gourds. My brother had always been a chestnut, but I could never figure out why she picked him. He was a skinny little string bean who'd always suffered from cerebral parsley. It was in our roots. Sure, we tried to weed it out, but the problem still remained. He was used to having a tough row to hoe, but it irrigated me to see Artie choke, and it bothered my brother to see his marriage go to seed.
Life in the solid. They say blacks can't feel no pain. Life in the solid.
Like most mapled couples, they had a lot of growing to do. Sure, they'd sown their wild oats, but just barley, if you please. Finally, Peaches had given him an ultimatum. She said, I'm hip to your chive, and if you don't stop smoking that herb, I'm gonna leave you for basil, you fruit. He said he didn't realize it had come quite so far. On the other hand, even though Peaches could be the pits, I knew she'd never call the fuzz.
Life in the solid. They say plants can't feel no pain. Life in the solid. I've got news for you. They're just as frail as you.
My little story is okra now. Maybe it's small potatoes, me, Idaho. My name? Wheat. My friends call me Colonel, and that's life in the slaw lane. Thank you so much.
Life in the solid.
It's a garden out there.
As I be saying before, we had a great time there at the Rocky Horror Picture Show at the Elmira Drive-In last night. Babushka, she's a little tired still. She shook her booty far too long. Don't be asking what it looked like. It was disturbing. And Molly had a great time. She found some friends that she played with. One of them happened to be a cow. I don't quite understand that, but she had a great time, and she never even had to worry about saying to them, move over. They understood. They gave her plenty of room. Because they're good friends that way. Aye. And from what they be saying, we should be expecting something like this again next year. That the turnout was good. Could have been greater. Why? Because it could always be greater. But it was a good turnout, and they had a great time. So, we expecting, if you missed it this time around, next year, we will make it bigger, better, and a tad bit crazier. And with that, let's go to commercial. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't be forgetting. We start out with the vintage commercial. Then we go into our proper sponsors. Oh, and then also, I want to remind you, be calling in 323-EVO. That'd be 323-432-8346. That's there be for the request line. You call that in, and you get an opportunity to steer the ship. That'd be right. I hand over the helm to ye, and ye be telling us where we be going for the final 40 minutes of the show. And then after that, we all know what comes next. That's right. It be the witching hour, and we must be prepared to survive the witching hour.
Finally, a robot to stop ladies from squeezing Charmin.
Don't squeeze Charmin. Don't squeeze Charmin.
Charmin's doubly fluffy, doubly irresistible.
Don't squeeze. Fluffy. Squeeze Charmin. Squeeze Charmin.
Squeezack's right. Charmin made the ordinary way might not get squeezed, but Charmin's doubly fluffy. It's so squeezably soft.
It's doubly irresistible.
Don't squeeze Charmin. Don't squeeze Charmin. Don't.
Look, Sidekick, a shop just for heroes.
No, it's a comic book shop and it's for everyone.
Not possible. See, it's even right in the name, Heroes. So that means you'll need to stay out here whilst I go shopping.
It's Heroes, your mom threw out comic shop, and it's for everyone, including sidekicks.
Oh, pshaw.
Hey guys, the little guy is right. It's all about the love of comics, and not whether you can fly or not. But, by the way, I do love the cape.
Gee, thanks.
So Heroes Comic Shop is located at 130 West 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York. We're open Wednesday through Saturday. You can check us out at momthroughout.com.
Oh, look! They have Archie comics!
Heroes Comics, for every kind of hero.
Molly popped her head in a moment ago, and she said she's very chipper now, and I think she'll be telling us a little about her experience with her friends, the cow, and the entire thing with the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Aye, watching the actors up there, playing it out went along with the music. Quite entertaining, and a whole new way of seeing a silliness. And that's another thing. Sometimes we get used to our silliness, our comedy, being a certain way. And then someone throws a twist to it. For example, I show you here, right now, who put the Benzatrine in Mrs. Murphy's Ovaltine? Harry the Hipster Gibson did this in 1944. Sometime after the 2000, someone redid it and put a new twist to the same song. Or mostly the same song. And they, I guess you could say, made it their own. Whether you like the new or the old, that's entirely up to ye. But I'm gonna throw both of them so you can compare. Without comparison, who knows what you might end up with? Knowledge is power, and power means you can rule the world. I mean, back to the Ovaltine. Yeah. Okay.
Mrs. Murphy couldn't sleep. Her nerves were slightly off the beat until she saw her problem with a can of Ovaltine. She drank a cupful most every night, and ooh, how she would dream, until something rough got in the stuff and made her neighbors scream. Ow! Who put the Benzatrine in Mrs. Murphy's Ovaltine? Sure was ashamed, don't know who's to blame, 'cause the old lady didn't even get his name. Where did she get that stuff? Now she just can't get enough. It might have been the man who wasn't that. Now Jack, that guy's a square. She never ever wants to go to sleep. She said that everything is solid or real. Now Mr. Murphy don't know what it's all about, 'cause she went and threw the old man out. Clout, who put Benzatrine in Mrs. Murphy's Ovaltine? Now she wants to swing the Highland fling. Says that Benzatrine's the thing that makes her spring. Ah, spring it now, Gibson. This is the second chorus, you know. Name of this chorus is called Who Put the Nemutals in Mr. Murphy's Overalls? I don't know. She bought a can of Ovaltine most every week or so, and she always kept an extra can on hand, just in case that she'd run low. She never been so happy since she left old Ireland, till someone prowled her pantry, sure and tampered with her can. Wham! Who put the Benzatrine in Mrs. Murphy's Ovaltine? Sure was ashamed, don't know who's to blame, 'cause the old lady didn't even get his name. Where did she get that stuff? Now she just can't get enough. It might have been the man who wasn't there. Now Jack, that guy's a square. She stays up nights making all the rounds. They say she lost about 69 pounds. Now Mr. Murphy claims she's getting awful thin, and all she says is give me some skin. Mop, who put the Benzatrine in Mrs. Murphy's Ovaltine? Now she wants to swing the Highland fling. She says the Benzatrine's a thing that makes her spring. Ah, spring it now, Gibby.
Mrs. Murphy couldn't sleep, her nerves were slightly off the beam until she solved her problem with a can of Ovaltine. She drank a couple every night, and ooh, how she would dream, until something rough got in the stuff and made her neighbors scream. Ow! Who put the Benzatrine in Mrs. Murphy's Ovaltine? Now who put the Benzatrine in Mrs. Murphy's Ovaltine? Now who put put the Benzedrine in Mrs. Murphy's Ovaltine. Sure was a shame, don't know who is to blame, 'cause that old lady didn't get his name. Now where did she get that stuff? Now where did she get that stuff? Now she can't get enough it. Now Jack, that guy's a square. She never ever wants to sleep. She says that everything is solid all week. Now who put the Benzedrine in Mrs. Murphy's Ovaltine? Now who put the Benzedrine in Mrs. Murphy's Ovaltine? Now who put the Benzedrex in Mr. Elroy's overalls? Now who put the Benzedrex in Mr. Elroy's overalls? She bought a can of Ovaltine most every week or so. She always kept an extra can just in case that she run low. Now who put the Benzedrine in Mrs. Murphy's Ovaltine? Now who put that Benzedrine in Mrs. Murphy's Ovaltine? Sure, it was a shame. Don't know who is to blame. That old lady didn't even get his name. Where did she get that stuff? Now she can't get enough. Where did she get that stuff? Now she can't get enough. Who put the Benzedrine in Mrs. Murphy's Ovaltine? Now who put the Benzedrine in Mrs. Murphy's Ovaltine? She stays up nights making the rounds. She says she's lost some 69 pounds. Now Mr. Murphy claims she's getting off of there. All she says is give me some skin.
See what I be meaning? Same basic song, but very different takes on it. Sometimes it's kind of like how mom and dad look at things, and the kids turn around and look at it very much different. But which one's better? Which one's worse? And I guess it all is in the eye of the beholder. Like a speck of dust, it'll make you tear up, but you might learn something. Oh, and with that, let's go with something else that'll help adjust your perspectives on things. Tom T. Hall's I Like Beer.
In some of my songs I have casually mentioned the fact that I like to drink beer. This little song is more to the point. Roll out the barrel and lend me your ears. I like beer. It makes me a jolly good fellow. I like beer. It helps me unwind, and sometimes it makes me feel mellow.
Makes him feel mellow.
Whiskey's too rough, champagne costs too much. Vodka puts my mouth in gear. This little refrain should help me explain. As a matter of fact, I like beer.
He likes beer.
My wife often frowns when we're out on the town and I'm wearing a suit and a tie. She's sipping vermouth and she thinks I'm uncouth when I yell as the waiter goes by. I like beer. It makes me a jolly good fellow. I like beer. It helps me unwind, and sometimes it makes me feel mellow.
Makes him feel mellow.
Whiskey's too rough, champagne costs too much. Vodka puts my mouth in gear. Well, this little refrain should help me explain. As a matter of fact, I like beer. He likes beer. Last night I dreamed that I passed from the scene, and I went to a place so sublime. All the water was clear and tasted like beer. Then they turned it all into wine. I like beer. It makes me a jolly good fellow. I like beer. It helps me unwind, and sometimes it makes me feel mellow. Makes him feel mellow. Whiskey's too rough, champagne costs too much, vodka puts my mouth in gear. All this little refrain should help me explain. As a matter of fact, I love beer. Yes, he likes beer.
Daddy, what's a frontal lobotomy?
Well, son, you know how the pressures of life can cause people to do crazy things. And if a person does too many crazy things, then that person is crazy. Sometimes you can keep yourself from going crazy by doing things to relieve tension, like drinking or having sex. But if craziness goes too far, sometimes the only thing left to do is to cut out that part of your brain that makes you crazy. That kind of brain surgery is called a frontal lobotomy. Maybe this song will help you understand what I mean.
Jimmy and I are brothers, we went down different paths. Jimmy always listened to my mother, and me, I never liked to take a bath. As we grew and tumbled through adulthood, the pressure caused emotional drain. And now I'm slowly dying in the bottle, and Jimmy has to live with half a brain. Yes, me, I've got a bottle in front of me, and Jimmy has a frontal lobotomy. Just different ways to kill the pain the same. But I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than have to have a frontal lobotomy. I might be drunk, but at least I'm not insane. Jimmy let his troubles drive him crazy. He never tried to drown it in a drink. I know that drinking makes my thinking hazy, but at least I still have brains enough to think. Jimmy's got a brain that isn't stable. He doesn't have the sense to say his name. I'm sorry that his doctor was unable to remove the proper portion of his brain. Yes, me, I've got a bottle in front of me, and Jimmy has a frontal lobotomy. Just different ways to kill the pain the same. But I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than have to have a frontal lobotomy. I might be drunk, but at least I'm not insane. Funny how the world works. People can be real jerks. Some prefer the tension over booze. Either way it ends the same. Hard to beat the living game. Might as well enjoy it while you lose. When I need a drink I start to shiver, and Jimmy always viewed it with concern. But I'd rather have cirrhosis of the liver than an intellect that's second to a fern. I wonder if old Jimmy's gonna hear it when I tell him that his logic wasn't sound. They'll dose him up on lots of evil spirits when they take him to the psychiatric grounds. Yes, me, I've got a bottle in front of me, and Jimmy has a frontal lobotomy. Just different ways to kill the pain the same. But I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than have to have a frontal lobotomy. I might be drunk, but at least I'm not insane. I might be drunk, but at least I'm not insane.
There be Randy Haslick with I'd rather have a bottle in front of me. than have a frontal lobotomy. I be wondering for many a year if someone challenged him and said, I bet you can't making a song about lobotomies. Well, he showed them. They probably feel like they need to be lobotomized after that. And I do believe there'll be some other songs out there about lobotomies. I know there's some about spontaneous human combustion. I like that one too. Now here's one. I bet you can guess what I'll play next. Just to give it a listen. You'll know it in just 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Who is it?
It's me, Dave. Open up, man. I got the stuff.
Who is it?
It's me, Dave, man. Open up. I got the stuff.
Who?
It's Dave, man. Open up. I think the cops saw me come in here.
Who is it?
It's Dave, man. Will you open up? I got the stuff with me.
Who?
Dave, man. Open up.
Dave?
Yeah, Dave. Come on, man. Open up. I think the cops saw me.
Dave's not here.
No, man. I'm Dave, man. Hey, come on, man.
Who is it?
It's Dave, man. Will you open up? I got the stuff with
Who?
me. Dave, man. Open up.
Dave?
Yeah, Dave.
Dave's not here.
No, man. I am Dave, man. Will you... Come on. Open up the door, will you? I got the stuff with me. I think the cops saw me.
Who is it?
Oh, what the hell is it? Go, man, open up the door. It's Dave.
Who?
Dave. D-A-V-E. Will you open up the goddamn door? Yeah, Dave.
Dave?
Right, man. Dave. Now, will you open up the door?
Dave's not here.
Oh.
I told you be knowing, and if for some reason you haven't heard it before, well, that there be one of the great classics of Cheech and Chong. Dave's not here. Been listening to that one since I was a wee lad, and haven't gotten tired of it since. And it's great to make silly jokes with your friends. Well, and you say, Dave's not here, and they all look at you, and maybe they understand, maybe they don't. And if they don't, they're not truly your friends. I just be warning you, they might be a narco agent. We'll be back in just a moment.
50 to 60 years ago, people were introduced to peanut butter for the first time. They looked it over carefully. The daring and courageous bought it. Well, children loved it. But Ma and Pa were more critical. They discovered it had several drawbacks. It became oily and sticky and didn't stay fresh very long. It was rather hard to digest. It didn't taste like peanuts. Grown-ups never became peanut butter fans until 1933, when a new kind of peanut butter started to appear in grocery stores. It looked different. It smelled different. It tasted different. It had practically nothing in common with the old-style product.
Let's be a stopping into BC's restaurant and see what Mike be a cooking up.
But I's brought us some raw squid and salami sandwiches so we could his picnic.
Oh, that's nice. But I wanted to treat you to a nice meal.
I'll save these for later.
Aye, let's be fetching in.
Oh, this is nice.
Aye, that'd be. And it looks like an old-fashioned diner at that.
And looks at this menu. It looks so good. They got the wings, the subs and salads. I think I get a BC big plate. Let's see, it comes with the cheeseburger, the hot dog, the fries, the cheese sauce, the meat sauce, and the coleslaw. Better mix that too. What are you having, my little pumpernickel?
I think I'll be having a double dog special. Oh, goody. It'd be a-coming with chips and a drink, too. Ha ha ha.
BC's Restaurant, 238 Oakwood Avenue, Elmira Heights. They have indoor, outdoor, and takeout available. 607-735-2166. And they're open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Well, it's been an adventure around here, to say the least. And I hope you continue to join us on our adventures. They seem to make so much more sense when there's lots of us here. Why? Because then we can blame it on the guy beside us instead of having to blame ourselves. Let's go on to other great amazing things. Arrogant Worms now with Vance, the vegetarian zombie. It won't be long before it be the zombie season.
Zombie, 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 zombie.
The zombie apocalypse was a great time for all of the zombies but one. They devoured the living and chewed on their brains, but Vance never had any fun. Vance the vegetarian zombie never ate any brains. Vance the vegetarian zombie walked around screaming grains. One time a zombie killed a man, ripped the hair right off him, took a bite, passed it to Vance, who said, "Is there a vegetarian option?" Vance the vegetarian zombie never ate any brain. Vance the vegetarian zombie thought eating human was inhumane. All of the other zombies used to laugh and call him names like and they all sort of sounded the same. Vance the vegetarian zombie never ate any brain. They never let poor Vancey join in any zombie games. He cried so hard his eyes popped out, and that's when he spotted Megan. She had beautiful bowels and long flowing skin, but most important, she was a vegan. Vance the vegetarian zombie never ate any brain. Vance the vegetarian zombie gave Megan his heart and some veins. Vance the vegetarian zombie never ate any brain. Vance the vegetarian zombie walked around screaming, walked around screaming, walked around screaming.
Daddy Captain!
Molly, me dear!
I had a great time at the Rocky Horror Picture Show last night.
Most excellent!
I got to hang out with my friends. There was dancing, singing. One of my friends was the cow.
It's silly cow again.
But I got to hit a guy in the back of the head with toilet paper. And
nice!
We did time warp, and it was so much fun. And we threw playing cards and had a bunch of fun. And there was toast.
I like toast.
There was toast. Sadly, it wasn't buttered.
Aww.
We could have used some anchovy eyes on it, though. Wasn't very good. But we had a great time. Bye!
Bye, my dear.
All around the country and coast to coast. People always say, what do you like most? Now, I don't want to brag, I don't want to boast. I always tell them I like toast. Yeah, toast. Yeah, toast. When prehistoric guys first drove from the drags, they didn't know what would go with the bacon and the eggs. Must have been an Einstein who got in his head. You plug the toaster in the wall, go buy a bag of bread, make toast. Yeah, toast. Yeah, toast. Well, I get up in the morning about 6 a.m., have a little jelly, have a little jam. Take a piece of bread and put it in the slot. Push down the lever and the wires get hot. I get toast! Yeah, toast! Yeah, toast! Toast. Yeah, toast!
It's time once again to Ask Dr. Science. So let's ask Dr. Science.
That's me.
Remember, he knows more than you do.
That's right.
Dorit Resnikoff of Berkeley, California writes, Dear Dr. Science, why do animals walk?
Undomesticated animals walk for several reasons, only a few of which are apparent to modern science. Walking for many wild animals is a form of stress release, especially for the more intelligent beasts. A study I've done proves that some animals have the same personality characteristics as the human workaholic. This is most apparent in the behavior of animals at your local zoo. These creatures, such as lions, tigers, monkeys, and bears, pace in their cages, staring off into space. They don't have jobs, which is probably why they were locked up in the first place. So they walk back and forth, giving themselves, and us, the impression that they're busy. But the bottom line here is that most animals walk because they aren't smart enough to have a monetary system, which would enable them to buy a car or take a cab.
Thank you, Dr. Science. Send your science questions to Ask Dr. Science. Remember, he's not a real doctor.
I have a master's degree
in science.
I don't know about ye, but every time I listen to Ask Dr. Science, I feel smarter every time I finish listening to one of them bits of scientific information. Makes me feel smarter all the time. Oh, and before that we had Haywood Banks with Toast. Oh, what we have here. Oh, I think you're gonna like it.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Can I help you?
Yes. Do you have a copy of 30 Days in the Samarkand Desert with the Duchess of Kent by A.E.J. Eliot, OBE?
Well, I don't know the book, sir.
Never mind. How about 101 Ways to Start a Fight?
By?
An Irish gentleman whose name eludes me for the moment.
No, well, we haven't got it in stock, sir.
Well, not to worry. Can you help me with David Copperfield?
Ah, yes, Dickens.
No.
I beg your pardon?
No, Edmund Wells.
I think you'll find Charles Dickens wrote David Copperfield, sir.
No. Dickens wrote David Copperfield with 2 P's. This is David Copperfield with 1 P by Edmund Wells.
David Copperfield with 1 P?
Yes, I should have said.
Yes, well, in that case, we don't have it.
Funny, you've got a lot of books here.
Yes, we do, but we don't have David Copperfield with 1 P by Edmund Wells.
Are you quite sure?
Quite.
Not worth just looking?
Definitely not.
How about Great Expectations?
Yes, well, we have that.
That's Grate Expectations, also by Edmund Wells.
Yes, well, in that case, we don't have it. We don't have anything by Edmund Wells, actually. He's not very popular.
Not Nicholas Nickleby? That's Knickerless?
No.
Christmas Carol with a K?
No.
How about A Sale of Two Titties?
Definitely not.
Sorry to trouble you.
Not at all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh.
Yes?
I wonder if you might have a copy of Barnaby Budge.
No, as I say, we're right out of Edmund Wells.
No, not Edmund Wells. Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens?
Yes.
You mean Barnaby Rudge?
No, Barnaby Budge by Charles Dickens. That's Dickens with 2 Ks, the well-known Dutch author.
No, well, we don't have Barnaby Budge by Charles Dickens with 2 Ks, the well-known Dutch author, and perhaps to save time, I should add that we don't have Carnaby Fudge by Darles Chickens, or Farnborough Sludge by Miles Pickens, or even Stickwick Staples by Farles Wickens with 4 M's and a silent Q. Why don't you try W.H. Smith's?
I did. They sent me here.
Did they?
I wonder...
Oh, do go on, please.
I wonder if you might have The Amazing Adventures of Captain Gladys Stout pamphlet and her intrepid spaniel Stig amongst the giant pygmies of Beccles, of Volume 8.
No, we don't have that. Funny, we got a lot of books here. Well, I mustn't keep you standing, huh?
Well, do you have...
We haven't. No, we haven't. Sorry. No, it's 1 o'clock now. We're closing for lunch.
I saw it over there. I saw it.
What?
I saw it over there. Olson's Standard Book of British Birds.
Olson's Standard Book of British Birds?
Yes.
O-L-S-E-N?
Yes.
B-I-R-D-S?
Yes.
Yes, well, we do have that, as a matter of fact.
The expurgated version.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
The expurgated version.
Expurgated version of Olson's Standard Book of British Birds?
The one without the gannet.
The one without the gannet? They've all got the gannet. It's a standard British bird, the gannet. It's in all the books.
Well, I don't like them. They wet their nests.
All right, I'll remove it. Any other birds you don't like?
I don't like the robin.
The robin, right, the robin. There you are. Any others you don't like? Any others?
The nuthatch.
Right, the nuthatch, the nuthatch, the nuthatch. Here we are. There you are. No gannets, no robins, no nuthatches. There's your book.
I can't buy that. It's torn. I wonder if you have...
Go on, ask me anything. We got lots of books here, you know. It's a bookshop.
How about Biggles combs his hair?
No, we don't have that one. Funny.
The Gospel according to Charlie Drake?
No. Try me again.
I know. Ethel the Aardvark goes quantity surveying.
No. What?
Ethel the Aardvark goes quantity surveying.
Ethel the I've got it. I've seen it somewhere. Someone. Yes. Here we are. Ethel the Aardvark goes quantity surveying. There's your book. Now, buy it.
I don't have enough money.
I'll take a deposit.
I don't have any money.
I'll take a check.
I don't have a checkbook.
I'll take a blank one.
I haven't got a bank account.
Right. I'll buy it for you. There you are. There's your change. There's some money for a taxi on the way home. There's your book.
Wait.
What?
I can't read.
You can't read. Right. Sit down. Sit down. Are you sitting comfortably? Right. Ethel the Aardvark was hot.
Billy came from all over the USA, from Haight-Ashbury to Bangor, Maine. They came on Harleys and in converted hearses, wearing peace signs, carrying shoulder purses full of love, peace and harmony for the silver anniversary. 25-year-old hippie class reunion. Hey, wow, man, what a party, man. Oh, yeah. Boy, was that music loud or what? What? Loud. Huh? Loud. Yeah, big crowd. Hey, who was that playing, man? I don't know, man. Well, look at the program, dude. Well, we ain't got no program. Well, what happened to it? Well, you know what happened to it. No, what? We smoked it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, wasn't too bad neither, was it? Mellow. Yeah. Wow. They came in minivans, painted fuchsia and yellow, turned on, dropped down, laid back and mellow. Speakers blaring acid rock, dreaming they were back in Woodstock. Yeah, flowers painted everywhere, granite glasses and long stringy hair, flags sewn on the seats of their britches, living in a world where rags are riches, full of love, peace and harmony for the silver anniversary. 25-year-old hippie class reunion. Boy, do I got the munchies, man. Why don't you hop on the Harley, run on down at the Weesacket and pick us up a big mess of them Twinkies and Ho-Hos and little Debbie fudge creams, man. You know I can't do that, man. Why not, man? Well, can't ride the Harley no more. Why not? No tires. No tires? What happened to them? Well, you know what happened to them. No. What? Oh, come on, you know. What? We smoked them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and they's pretty good, too, wasn't they? Out of sight. Yeah. Wearing love beads and moon rings, tie-dyed shirts, bell-bottom jeans, and all that other old hippie paraphernalia. Easy Rider, Janice, and Jimmy were there. All had flowers in their hair. It was the ultimate spectacle of psychedelic regalia. Full of love, peace, and harmony for the silver anniversary. Yeah. we had that picnic yesterday, man. Maybe we can find somebody to let us hold a little stash, man, you know?
Can't do that, man.
Why not?
Well, it's just a big mud hole now. Ain't nobody out there.
A mud hole?
Yeah.
What happened to that beautiful grassy meadow, man?
You know.
What?
Oh, come on, don't you remember?
What? Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We smoked it. Wow, how'd we do that, man?
Well, we just rolled it up real tight, fired up one end, and sucked her on down.
Oh, yeah, man. What a party. Wow.
Yeah, it's the wildest.
Yeah. For the blood, peace, and harmony. For the silver anniversary. The 25-year-old hippie class reunion. Yeah. Hey, man, what we gonna smoke now?
I know, let's go to the pet store.
Pet store?
Yeah, you know what I've always wanted to smoke?
What's that, man?
A hamster.
A hamster? Hey, man, far out. Yeah, then we can smoke a parakeet, too.
Yeah, one for you, one for me.
Yeah. Hey, man, you smoke the hamster, I smoke the parakeets, then we can both smoke all the kitty litter.
I don't know if you'll be catching a last little part there. Hey, we talked about smoking a kitty litter. I guess that might be okay for some. Just be careful of the Tootsie Rolls that be in the kitty litter from time to time. Ray Stevens there with old hippie class reunion. Oh, and before that we had Monty Python with the bookshop sketch. You always get that one customer who asks for the most obscure thing, but I think they do it just to make themselves look more educated. Aye. And we see that here on the ship from time to time. But not for long. That's what the short play be for. We'll be right back with the second half of the Captain's Quarters.
You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Walk right in, it's around the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant.
Hi, my name is Alfred Sneasley, and when I go to Heroes Comic Shop on 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York, I'm always greeted with a big smile from Jared.
Hey, Alfred. Hey, how are you today?
And his selection of comics and graphic novels, it's just amazing. I mean, it's what I always dreamed I could be. And he always treats me like the hero I am inside.
I don't just read about the heroes, I become the hero! At Heroes Comic Shop, I become the hero Mom always wanted me to be!
So Heroes Comic Shop is located at 130 West 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York. We're open Wednesday through Saturday. You can check us out at momthroughout.com.
Now up and away! You're listening to 1410 WELM Elmira and 106.5 FM The Pirate.
Welcome back to the second hour of me show, me boy. And boy, oh boy, have we got some splendiferous bits and baubles right in store for ye. For example, the Final 40. It'd be extremicated right from the request sent to us via the mail of...
That's email, you dolt.
That's what me be saying.
They can also call us at 323-HEAVE-HO.
I'd like to heave-ho you.
But was that my little pumpernickel?
Nothing, my dear. You old sea hag.
Well, here, let me help you get this show going again.
Avast, you old bat. Heave-ho!
Heave-ho! Heave-ho! Johnny! Johnny!
We're all doomed. Oh, that's better.
See? I made it so better. I'm going to see about that dinner and work on my suntan.
Me's not even hungry, and it's be night time out, you crazy old bat. And don't slam the door. Well, I've been going through the old stacks of stuff in the hole, and I'll tell you, telling you what. Every once in a while, I'll come across another stack, and I'll say, "Oh, hi! I remember this one," and I bring it up and I share it with ye. And here's another great one. I could have sworn we played this one before, but I looked through our stack of stuff of what we played, and it weren't there. So maybe it was all in a dream. It's Weird Al Yankovic stuck in a closet with Van White, right here on the Captain's Quarters.
Strangest dreams. Doctor, listen to me, tell me what this means. First I'm going shopping in my underwear, then all of a sudden I'm floating in midair. My lips fall off and everybody starts to stare. Donuts and hot dogs are flying everywhere. Now, doctor, wait a minute, you ain't heard nothing yet. The part that I won't ever forget. Now I'm being followed by these Russian spies. They give me some Velcro and an order of fries. Suddenly I'm bowling on the Starship Enterprise. I fall down a hole and that's when I realize I'm stuck in a closet with Vanna White. I'm stuck in a closet with Vanna White. Night after night after night after night, alright. Doctor, won't you tell me, am I going insane? Was it something I ate or something wrong with my brain? See, I'm naked in church when I meet a dinosaur. Try to run, but my feet have been nailed to the floor. Then a midget pushes me through a revolving door, and I'm back in the very same place I was before. Now I'm stuck in a closet with Vanna White. I'm stuck in a closet with Vanna White. Night after night after night after night, and I can't bust out and I can't break free, and it's getting just a little too stuffy here for me, and I can't go home and I can't get loose, and I try to escape but it's just no use, and I can't ever leave and I can't ever win, and we're running out of air and the walls are closing in, and I can't go back and I can't get through. But Vanna, since you're here, why don't you let me buy a vowel from you? Come on, Vanna, come on! Doctor, all those crazy dreams have started again. That's right, I even wake up screaming now and then. See, I'm coming home from work, but I forgot my address. I'm half an hour late for my algebra test. Then some slimy alien jumps out of my chest, and I'm falling and falling, and I guess you know the rest. I'm stuck in a closet with Vanna White.
shoulder. Or your mom puts your socks in the freezer just to get them colder. Or you receive 3 harpoons from France. You harpoons at a guy. Or you find 42 vacation brochures in your underpants. I do not want to see. I do not want to see. More questions. Okay, what do you do when your dog has been glued to your head? Roll over. Or what do you do? No, forget that. What about the last thing I said? Or say Neil tells you go out and vacuum the fish. Who do you think you are, Neil? Or say you can't find anything that rhymes. I can't find anything that rhymes. I do not want to see. I do not want to see. Okay, solos! Everybody grab your chicks and get into the groove! Me again? Alright, okay, where did you find cottage cheese in your shoes? Or you see a hamster named Philip and he's on the news? Or a stinky turtle bites you in the ear? Or your left knee is the only way you can possibly hear. What? What? Can't hear you got pants on. Get it? You don't get it. Alright, well. I do not want to see. I do not want to see. Okay, here's one. No, I want to ask one more. Please, let me ask. Let me! Oh, come on! My song! Stop! 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 Okay, alright. 5 pygmies approach you from the left. 3 are named Nancy and 2 are Steve, of course. They got tinfoil on their elbows and they're wearing dickies. They look at you and they ask you... What do you do? Well, I'm not gonna tell you guys.
There'll be one I haven't heard for quite some time. That'd be Howie Mandel's Do the Watusi. He's got some great ponderous things to think about. And these are the kind of things that if you don't think about them now, they might keep you up at night. I mean, what do you do when you're asked to vacuum a fish? These are important things to think about. Oh, let's see. Ooh, this is one we haven't heard for a while also. Rick Dees, Disco Duck.
The other night, all the ladies were treating me right, moving my feet to the disco beat. How in the world could I keep my seat? All of a sudden I began to change. I was on the dance floor acting strange. Flapping my arms, I began to cluck. Look at me, I'm the disco duck.
Oh, let's go, Mama. I'd like to have real Mama. Disco, disco duck. Got to have real Mama. Disco duck. Oh, disco, Mama. Don't be a drunk.
When the music stopped, I returned to my seat. But there's no stopping a duck in his beat. So I got I look.
Everybody's doing the disco, disco god. Disco, disco god. Lemon, mama. Disco, 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 disco god. I don't mind. Disco, disco, give me a rubber.
Thank you, Doc, for getting down. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
Hey, man, what are you really into, huh? The elusive butterfly has just tiptoed past my door. My buddy likes the Yankees. She says, hey, T-Bone, what's the score? And I say, well, Reggie got 1-1-3, and 25 is 6-2-4. Is the left wing really pinko? Colonel Sanders, what a bore. You ask so many questions. What answer should I choose? Is this schizoid paranoia or just existential blues? The amenities of life have been chasing my soul, and my mind is transcendental, and I'm losing all control, and I'm sinking in the quagmire of illusions and Thoreau. I cry out, my name is T-Bone, as a hound dog digs a hole. You ask so many questions, what answer should I choose? Is this Plato's heebie-jeebies or just existential blues? Sailing, sailing, what is illusion or what is true? Sailing, sailing over the existential blues. God bless America and old glory too. May she always wave o'er us with the red, white, and existential blues. Hey, bobbida 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 bomb ding a ding 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 existential blues. Hey, you can do what you want, play off my existential blues. My blue suede existential blues. I was on a quest, walking on the road, I was walking on the road, I was looking for the truth of life, and I came across all these little people all around me. They looked at me and said, hey, mister, are you tall? I said, yes, I'm tall, but who are you, we're little wonders? They looked at me with their big red bloodshot eyes and said,
We are the Lollipop Kids, Lollipop Kids, Lollipop Kids. We are the Lollipop Kids. We like to too much England.
I said, hey, we're little wonders, I'm on a quest, walking on the road, I said, hey, kids, I'm looking for the truth of life. Where do I go? Who do I see? They said, slow down, mister. In order to find the truth of life, one must see the wizard. I said, the wizard? Well, where's this wizard old wise one live? They said, you see the big green glow in the dark house up on a hill? I said, yes, I see the big green glow in the dark house up on a hill. There's a big dark forest between me and the big green glow in the dark house up on a hill. The little old lady on a Hoover vacuum cleaner going,
Oh, get smiling pretty. You little dog Toto, too.
I don't even have a little dog Toto. Such predicaments I must forge ahead. Walking on the road, I must find the truth of life. I said, but you know, kids, I can handle a big green glow in the dark house up a hill. I can handle a dark forest. I can handle the little old lady, but it's a very strange road you're sending me down. I've seen yellow stripes in the middle of a road before, but kids, never quite that wide. All right, tighten your shorts, pilgrim, and sing like the Duke.
All the yellow girl, come on. All the yellow girl, and every wonderful wizard was the Wizard of Oz. One because of the wonderful things he does. La 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 la. Around the sea, the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Well, like a little bit tired of walking down the road. A little bit tired of walking down this old blinding yellow road, so I pulled my little tired body off a little rest area, and lo and behold, there's a little field of little red flowers out there, and it smells so good. I was getting pretty tired, and it smells so good, and I figured, well, I'll just stretch out in this little field of poppy, 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 poppy. Hey, what a strange dream, man, you know. Little flowers that smell awfully good. Now I was very tired, and the old wizard's just gonna have to wait, man, because I'm just gonna stretch out again in this little field of Bobby! Oh God, Dorothy's been copping this field out herself, man. Along came this old man in a green Eldorado 2, screeched to a halt. A little short man with a big red nose, toking a bottle of Yukon Jack, strolled up to me and said, "Hey, son." I said, "Old man, don't bother me, Bobby." He said, "T-Bone." I said, "Wait a minute, this man knows my name. He must be the Wizard. You must be the Wizard. The Wizard of Oz. Why have you come to haunt me? A Wizard of Oz." I said, "A Wizard of Wise when I have been on a quest. Walk down the road with a do-da-do. I got tired, puppies. A little bit, I've been through hell." He said, "Hey, son, slow down, relax." I said, "But Wizard of Wise, and I've come so far to find the truth of life." He says, "Hey, son, slow down, relax." He said, "To tell you the truth, son." I said, "Wizard, that's what I've come to find is the truth." He said, No, son, you got me all wrong." To tell you the truth, son, how can I tell you this? I've been in this field of poppies a long time myself, and I've come to find, son, that the only truth in life is right here in this bottle. I said, "Wizard?" He said, "No, truly, son. In fact, I'd rather have this bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy." How profound, Wizard. Some girl with psychic powers, she said, "T-Bone, what's your sign?" I blink and answer neon. I thought I'd blow her mind. She's reading Moby Dick by some fruitcake named Herman. She's chomping on an aquarish. Was the Duchess really joining? You have so many questions. What answer should I choose? Is this really Butte, Montana, or just existential blues? Really Butte, Montana? Is this Plato's EBGBs? Is this schizoid paranoia? La 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 la, existential blues.
There be T-Bone Shanks with existential blues. Oh, let's see. Oh, we got to be cutting the commercial. We're almost to the final 40. That means you get our requests in. You can still do it if you try fast enough. That's 323 heave-ho. That's 323 heave-ho. And if for some reason your request ain't played this hero week, then maybe, just a maybe, it'll show up next week. Well, you never know. Sometimes it takes an awful lot of strength to get these things done. So that's why it takes a week. There was a really good joke in there. I'll work on it during the commercial break. And maybe I'll tell it to you. Or maybe I'll keep it to myself. Aye, there we go. I'll be the true pirate. I'll keep it to myself. And you'll never know the joke.
The prettiest, yes, the prettiest heads in town are turning to Shasta for a hot cream shampoo. When lanolin-enriched Shasta meets hot water, hundreds of tiny cells explode into hot lanolin lather that cleans and lusters hair as it blends with your own natural oils to give you a caressing hot cream shampoo. As an extra treat, Shasta's lanolin lather is rich enough for a deep scalp treatment. After a vigorous massage, wrap head in hot towel for 2 minutes before final rinse. Feels like a $3.50 hot cream treatment, costs only 9 cents. Hair looks brighter, feels softer, and will stay its behaving best for days to come when you have a hot cream shampoo with Shasta Cream Shampoo.
Hi, my name is Alfred Sneasley, and when I go to Heroes Comic Shop on 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York, I'm always greeted with a big smile from Jared.
Hey, Alfred. Hey, how are you today?
And his selection of comics and graphic novels, it's just amazing. I mean, it's what I always dreamed I could be. And he always treats me like the hero I am inside.
I don't just read about the heroes, I become the hero! At Heroes Comic Shop, I become the hero Mom always wanted me to be.
So Heroes Comic Shop is located at 130 West 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York. We're open Wednesday through Saturday. You can check us out at momthroughout.com.
Now up and away!
Well, here we be, and it be the final party. And as I've told you before, and I'll tell you again, that this be the final 40 minutes of the show. We turn it over to ye. So I hand you the helm, you take over the full navigatory systems, and then I think about where the lifeboats are. For with you in charge, I be not knowing where we be headed, and it could be to the rocks, to the shoals, to the depths of the Bonnie Blue, or we could be headed to Sweetwater, and everything shall be fine. Aye, you can see I'm feeling very optimistic on this one. Let's go straight to the phone lines and see what we shall see.
Hi. I'd like to hear cigarettes, whiskey, and wild, wild women.
A preachment, dear friends, you're about to receive on John Barleycorn, nicotine, and the temptations of Eve.
Okay, let's hear it if it's so good.
Oh, once I was happy and had a good wife. I had enough money to last me for life. I met with a gal and we went on a spree. She taught me to smoke and drink whiskey, cigarettes and whiskey and wild, wild women. And drive you crazy till drive you insane. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild, wild women. And drive you crazy till drive you insane.
Hey, sing Temptation, will you?
Please. Cigarettes is a blot on the whole human race. A man is a monkey with one in his face. Here's my definition, believe me, dear brother. A fire on one and a fool on the t'other. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild, wild women. And drive you crazy, they'll drive you insane. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild, wild women. And drive you crazy, they'll drive you insane.
Sing Temptation, will you?
Dear friend, somebody get that bum out of here. Brother, repent or they'll write on your grave. 2 women and whiskey, here lies a poor slave. Take warning, dear stranger, take warning, dear friend. They'll write in big letters these words at the end. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild, wild women. They'll drive you crazy, they'll drive you insane. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild, wild women. They'll drive you crazy, they'll drive you insane.
Listen, I want to hear Temptation, you hear? That's what I want to hear, Temptation.
Hold it, brother. My friend, I'm afraid you're in the wrong place. We don't sing that kind of music here.
Okay, then show us your muscles.
Pickle. Just wanna ride my motorcycle, and I don't wanna tickle. I'd rather ride my motorcycle, and I don't wanna die. I just wanna ride my motorcycle. You know, I've been singing this song for about 8 or 9 years. That's amazing that somebody could get away with singing a song like this for about 8 years, you know? You know what's even more amazing than that is that somebody could make a living singing a song like this for 8 years. And I told about everything I could about this song. I told about when I wrote it and how and why. But the one thing I always used to neglect to explain was the significance of the pickle. It was about the time I was riding my motorcycle down a mountain road. I was doing 150 miles an hour. I was playing my guitar. On one side of the mountain road there was a mountain, and on the other side there was nothing. There was just a cliff in the air. I wasn't paying attention, and you know that's dangerous, driving your motorcycle on a mountain road, a lot of curves and stuff like that, playing your guitar. All of a sudden, a string broke off my guitar. It broke right around here, went flying across the road and wrapped itself around a yield sign. Well, you know, the sign didn't break, and it didn't pull out of the ground. The string didn't break, didn't come out of my guitar. So I held on to my guitar, and I held on to my bike, and I made a sharp turn off the road. But luckily, I didn't go into the mountain. I went over the cliff. I was doing 150 miles an hour sideways and 500 feet down at the same time. I was looking for the cops, because I knew that it was illegal. Well, I knew that was it. I knew that I didn't have long to live in this world. And in my last remaining seconds in the world, I decided to write one last farewell song to the world. I took out a piece of paper. I took out a pen. I sat back and thought a while, and then I started to write. I don't want a pickle, just want to ride my motorcycle. And I don't want a tickle, I'd rather ride my motorcycle. And I don't want to die, just want to ride my motorcycle. Well, I knew it wasn't the best song I ever wrote, but I didn't have time to change it. But you know the amazing thing is that I didn't die. I landed on the top of a police car, and it died. I drove into town at a screaming 175 miles an hour, singing my motorcycle song. I pulled into town and stopped out front of the general store, and out front of the store was a man eating the most tremendous pickle. A pickle the size of 4 pregnant watermelons, just a huge monster pickle. He walked up and pushed a pickle in my face and started asking me questions. And it was about the same time I noticed a pickle in my face. I noticed a cord hanging from the long end of the pickle, going up his sleeve, down his shirt, into his pants, into his shoes, out his heel, and into a briefcase he had near his feet. Well, I knew it wasn't an ordinary pickle. It was about the same time I noticed the cord coming out of the pickle that a 4-foot cop arrived with a 5-foot gun. A cop that one time must have been around 6'7" was met at the bottom of a mountain by a flying, singing, writing weirdo. Well, he walked up and with one tremendous hand, he grabbed the pickle from the other guy and threw it 100 feet straight up in the air. While the pickle was halfway between going up and coming down, he took out his 5-foot gun and put a 3-inch bullet hole right through the long end of the pickle. The pickle started coming down. He caught the pickle on his big toe. Balancing the pickle on his big toe, he took out a 10-foot ticket. He wrote it up, and then he rolled it up. Took the ticket and stuffed it in the bullet hole in the middle of the pickle, took the pickle with the ticket and shoved it down my throat. Well, it was at that very moment that the pickle with the ticket was going down my throat that I knew for sure that I didn't want a pickle. I don't want a pickle, just want to ride my motorcycle. I don't want a tickle, I'd rather ride my motorcycle. And I don't want to die, just want to ride my motorcycle.
that there be requested from the man of me was Arlo Guthrie's motorcycle song. Aye, I'm thinking about pickles now, and I'm thinking they go well in hamburgers, and I'm thinking about that cow from the show last night. Well, nothing more be said about that. Oh, and before that was Red Angles and the Natural Zone, cigarettes, whiskey, and wild women. Now let's go right back to the phone lines and see what we shall see.
Oh, Captain, a friend's too much of a little weasel, playing out jokingly for him, to give you a right call, so I want to ask for the right light for the gorillas. Ain't got a clue what the song is, but he knows going well what it is, and being a little weasel, he all know what it is. That's again a joke in case he's actually listening. Oh.
Again. Bow, bow, bow. Here, right hit another hit it, mama. Yeah, right another number. Here, right hit another chicken water. I right hit another hit it, mama. Here, right hit another hit it, mama. I right hit another hit it, mama. Here, right hit another hit it, mama. Here, right another hit it, mama. I right hit another hit it. Have you ever heard of a wish sandwich? A wish sandwich is the kind of a sandwich where you have 2 slices of bread and you wish you had some meat. Bow, bow, bow. Here, right hit another hit it, mama. Here, right hit another hit it, mama. Here, right never, 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 never. Now, right hit another hit it, mama. Here, 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 mama, 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 mama. Hey, mama, boy, mama, mama, mama. The other day, I had a ricochet biscuit. A ricochet biscuit is the kind of a biscuit that's supposed to bounce back off the wall into your mouth. If it don't bounce back, you go hungry. Bow, bow, bow. Here, right hit another hit it. Here, mama, 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 mama. Here, right hit another hit it. Here, right hit another hit it. Here, right hit another chicken. Here, right hit another chicken. Here, right hit another hit it. Here, right hit another hit it. Shum, ba, 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 ba. The other day, I had a cool water sandwich and a Sunday go to meeting bun. Bow, bow, bow. Here, I hit another hit of water. I had a hit on a hit of water. Here, mama, 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 mama. Here, I hit another hit of water.
What do you want for nothing? Rubber biscuit? Bow, bow,
That there be the Blues Brothers with Rubber Biscuit. Aye, yeah, if you haven't ever had stuff like that, then you don't be knowing what you be missing. Aye, it gives it something special to think about. Now let's go with another requested one from the Melody. Fred Gallup's The Ballad of Irving.
The Ballad of Irving. He was short and fat and rode out of the west with a Mogan David on his silver vest. He was mean and nasty right clear through, which was kind of weird, because he was yellow too. They called him Irving. Big Irving. Big short Irving. Big short fat Irving. The 142nd fastest gun in the West. He came from the old bar mitzvah spread with a 10-gallon yarmulke on his head. He always followed his mother's wishes. Even on the range he used 2 sets of dishes. Irving. Big fat Irving. Big sissy Irving. The 142nd fastest gun in the West. 141 could draw faster than he, but Irving was looking for 143. Walked into Saul's saloon like a man insane and ordered 3 fingers of 2 cents plain. Irving. Big fat Irving. Big sport Irving. The 142nd fastest gun in the West. One day, Bad Max happened into town. His aim was to shoot fat Irving down. Bad Max said, draw and draw right now, and Irving drew a picture of a cow. Irving. Big fat Irving. Big gunfighter Irving. The 142nd fastest gun in the West. The James boys was coming on a train at first sun, and the town said, Irving, we need your gun. Well, that train pulled in at the break of dawn. Irving's gun was there, but Irving was gone. Irving. Big fat Irving. Big help Irving. The 142nd fastest gun in the West. Well, finally, Irving got 3 slugs in the belly. It was right outside the Frontier Deli. He was sitting there twirling his gun around, and Butterfingers Irving gunned himself down. Irving. Big fat Irving. Big dum-dum Irving. Big dum-dum dead Irving. The 142nd fastest gun in the West. Really?
We be cutting a commercial right about now. Don't be forgetting that phone number. I prefer the phone, for to read, that means I have to, well, reading ain't always me strong suit. And 323, heave-ho, I can understand that. 323 Evo on the old telephony. Or if you're not sure how them there letters work with the old touch pad there, or the dialy thingies, you go 323-432-8346 and you find your way to historical glory. Or at least that's what I be telling everybody.
Butter.
Oh, what was that?
Butter.
Parquet margarine.
Butter.
No, parquet. It says right on your lid, parquet margarine.
Butter.
Parquet. Smooth, delicious. Butter.
Parquet.
Oh, yeah.
Parquet margarine from Kraft. The flavor says butter.
Look, Sidekick, a shop just for heroes.
No, it's a comic book shop and it's for everyone.
Not possible. See, it's even right in the name, Heroes. So that means you'll need to stay out here whilst I go shopping.
It's Heroes, your mom threw out comic shop, and it's for everyone, including sidekicks.
Hey guys, you know, the little guy is right. It's all about the love of comics, and not whether you can fly or not. But, by the way, I do love the cape.
Gee, thanks.
So Heroes Comic Shop is located at 130 West 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York. We're open Wednesday through Saturday. You can check us out at momthroughtout.com.
Oh, look! They have Archie comics!
Heroes Comics, for every kind of hero.
It won't be long now, me friends, and the final party will have come to an end. And then we'll be stuck with the witching hour. So be daft in the head if you wish to survive. With that note and that happy cheeriness, let's all go straight to the telephony request line.
Guten Tag, my friend. I'd like to hear the North Korea polka by Vera Yankee. Thank you. You know.
Would you annihilate us if you had the chance? That's such an antisocial thing to do. You've got us crapping our collective pants. May I suggest you take it down a notch or two? We're not exactly sure why you're upset. Did that Seth Rogen movie make you super mad? You'd like us if you got to know us, I bet. We're mostly harmless, decent people. Hey, we're really not so bad. My point is, please don't nuke us, North Korea. Right now we're all a little tense. Believe me, we don't hate you. Frankly, we don't even think that much about you. No offense. Now you might call us bloodthirsty dogs, but that metaphor's not very apt. We're just a bunch of simple fidget spinning goofy dorks who probably couldn't find your country on a map. No, we're not savages or cannibals. Well, maybe just a really, really, really small percent. So I think it would be best if you'd knock off those missile tests. Don't turn us into cinder while we're swiping right on Tinder. Don't jumpstart Armageddon or I bet we'll soon be wetting. Don't you think this through for a moment, please? Now why would you bomb our nice celebrities? Or why in the world would you kill Tom Hanks? Cause nobody doesn't like Tom Hanks. So please don't nuke us, North Korea. That will seriously ruin our day. Remember, we're not evil, psychotic monsters, no matter what the news may say. We're just those goofballs from the USA. Hey!
Late at night, before I go to bed, I see your face in front of me. It would be ecstasy if I could feel your hair and touch touch you everywhere if I were locked in the closet with you. Can you imagine it? Just you and I alone, and you could make me groan. Just hit my funny bone. I'd blow into your ear and other places, dear, while I am locked in the closet with you. And though we cannot see, that makes it fun to guess what I am touching now as you start to undress. Yes, that must be your nose sniffing my eye. I think my zipper's caught onto your thigh. Help, I can't find you, dear. I lost you near the skirts. Now all I feel are pants, sweaters and undershirts. I feel the vacuum cleaner right beneath my toes. Whoops, I just flicked the switch. There went my pantyhose. Oh my, I hear a crash. What was that awful noise? You say you've just been hit by falling Tinker toys. But now I found you, dear. I think you'll be okay. You say you're dizzy, but I won't let that stand in the way. Locked in the closet with you is where I long to be. Don't think I'm crazy, cause there's nothing wrong with me. Cause there is just one place we can play whoop-de-doo, and that is locked in the closet with you.
There be Sulu. Oh, that goes back many a year. Locked in a closet with you. I think I showed up on the Mail of E because of the Weird Al Yankovic that we played earlier with Stuck in a Closet with Vanna White. It's funny how you start thinking about being stuck in a closet with one person and you want to be locked in a closet with another. That'd be confuzzling, not be how it be. Now, let's go on with the other confuzzlement. We're going to also on the Mail of E, George Carlin's Icebox Man.
I'm the Icebox Man at our house. I'm Icebox Man! I answer the call when there's a need at the icebox. Two very important responsibilities. The first one is keeping people from standing with the door to the refrigerator open for more than 45 minutes at a time. God, that gets me mad.
You want to close that goddamn door, please? You want to close the door? You're letting out all of the coldness I saved overnight. Come on, close the door.
You know, some guy smoked 8 joints and he's gonna inventory my refrigerator.
Here's $50. Go down to the Burger King. What do you got? I'll save more than that on electricity alone. Close the goddamn door, will you? Look, if you want to know what's in there, why don't you take a Polaroid picture and go away and look at the picture and then come back and figure out what you want? Years ago, we didn't have Polaroid cameras. We had to make an oil painting of what was in there.
Well, I don't let it get me down, because there's a bigger responsibility, and that is getting into that refrigerator and deciding which things need to be thrown away. Most people will not take that responsibility. Most people will just go and get what they want, leave everything else alone, and say, well, someone else wants that. Someone else will eat that. Meanwhile, the thing is getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and is in fact stuck to the rack. Well, I've got to go in there and decide when to throw things away. Chocolate pudding? Does anyone want this last chocolate pudding? I have just one chocolate pudding left. It's only pulled away from the side of the dish about 3 inches all the way around. And there's a huge fault running through the center of the pudding. Actually, it's nothing but a ball of skin at this point. Does anyone want a ball of fault-ridden chocolate pudding skin? I'm only going to throw it away. Do people do that with you? Offer you some food that if you don't eat it, they're only gonna throw it away. Well, doesn't that make you feel dandy? Here's something to eat, Dave. Hurry up, it's spoiling. Something for you, Angela. Eat quickly, that green pot is moving. Here, Bob, eat this before I give it to an animal. You ever been looking through the refrigerator and you come across an empty plate? Boy, that starts me to wondering. Did something eat something else? Oh. Maybe the olives ate the tuna. Maybe that chicken isn't really dead yet. Actually, I picture a little mouse with gloves and a parka on, you know. Just waiting for the lights to go out. Perhaps the worst thing that can happen is to reach into the refrigerator and come out with something that you cannot identify at all. You literally do not know what it is. Could be meat, could be cake. Usually at a time like that, I'll bluff. Honey, is this good? Well, what is it? I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. It looks like meat cake. Well, smell it. It has absolutely no smell whatsoever. It's good. Put it back. Somebody is saving it. It'll turn up in something. That's what frightens me. That someone will consider it a challenge and use it just because it's in there. It's a leftover. What a sad word that is. Leftover. How would you like to be a leftover? Well, it wouldn't be bad if they were taking people out to be shot. I might even volunteer. But you know, leftovers make you feel good twice. Did you ever think about that? Leftovers give you two separate good feelings. When you first put them away, you feel really intelligent. I'm saving food. And then, after a month, when hair is growing out of them, and you throw them away, you feel really intelligent. I'm saving my life. When you make a sandwich at home, do you reach down past the first 3 or 4 pieces of bread to go down and get the good bread? It's kind of a self-preservation thing, you know? What you're really saying is, let my family eat the rotten bread. I'll take care of numero uno. And down you go into the loaf, down looking for the 2 that you want, a matching pair. And you have to be careful pulling them out so they don't tear. And then when you get them to the top, the upper 8 slices fall the other way. I never straighten them out. I think, screw it, let them think a burglar made a sandwich. Not my job, straightening out the bread. Gotta tell me, in the refrigerator, who is it, please, that puts into the refrigerator the half-gallon containers of milk with only that much left in them? I get one of those every time. Hey, here's some milk. God, not enough to drink. Better put that back, huh? I know my responsibilities.
I've lived in apartments, I've lived in a home. I traveled in trailers when I used to roam. But now in these places you won't have me dead, 'cause I'm happy I live in a split-level head. I do what I want to, no worries, no cares. If anyone bugs me, I climb level stairs, way up to a level where astronauts tread, 'cause I'm happy I live in a split-level head. It's here tiny nothing, I couldn't care less. I don't rush for buses and trains are a mess. There's no one to care for, I don't make a bed, 'cause I'm happy I live in a split-level head. I like how I'm living, I'm nobody's slave. My head's above water, so don't make a wave. There's no door to lock and no dog to be fed, 'cause I'm happy I live in a split-level head. So why should I move when the neighborhood's right? No taxes to pay and no landlord to fight. Now I call this living once more as I said, 'cause I'm happy I live in a split-level head. Now you keep your ulcers, your ills and what's new. You sure couldn't have them and live like I do. You think I have problems, but you do instead, 'cause I'm happy I live in a split-level head. I live with 2 people, I like both of them. He likes both of me and I like both of him. They're my alter egos and through them I'm wed, 'cause I'm happy I live in a split-level head. There's no civil status in my neighborhood. It's that kind of thinking that keeps it so good. I don't take the lead, but I like to be led, 'cause I'm happy I live in a split-level head. So why did I move when the neighborhood in a home? 'Cause traveled and play and no I used to roam. Now on this living once more as I said, 'cause I'm happy I live in a split-level head. I do what I want to, no worries, no cares. If anyone has it, I play like I dare. Way up I will level where I do not dead, 'cause I'm happy I live in a split-level head. I live with people, I like most of them. I don't broke up me and I lay for them. They're my alter egos, I don't have my bed, 'cause I'm happy I live in a split-level head. I like how I'm led and I'm my slave. My head's above water, so don't take away it. I don't door to lock, but I like to be led, 'cause I'm happy I live in a split-level head. Now why did I move when I lived in a home? So I traveled in trailers when I used to roam. So now in this living you won't have me dead, 'cause I'm happy I live in a split-level head. I do what I want to, no worries, no cares. If anyone has it, I live like I did. Way up I will level once said, cause I'm happy I live in a split level head. If you're finding people, I mightn't kill them. I like Rosalia, my lanes are a mess. There's no altar ego, I do make my bed, cause I'm happy I live in a split level head. I like how I'm living, I'm not many ways. My head's above water, so don't think away. I don't like to like and I'd like to be dead, cause I'm happy I live in a split level head. What did he say? I don't know. You know what he said?
There be Napoleon the 14th, and I live in a split level head. I hope you're daft. I hope your brains are mush, for the witching hour be upon us. Ho 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 ho!
Okay, Bubby. We had quite the night last night, didn't we? It was so much fun. Got to hit someone in back of head with the toilet paper. Oh, and did you see the cow? Never seen a cow in fishnets before. Go figure. Anyway, I has nice song for you all. In the velvet darkness of the blackest night, burning bright, there's a guiding star. No matter what or how you are, there's a light over at the Frankenstein place. There's a light burning in the fireplace. There's a light in the darkness of everybody's life. Darkness must go down the river of night streaming. Flow, Morpheus, slow. Let the sun and light come streaming into my life. Into my life. There's a light over at the Frankenstein place. There's a light burning in the fireplace. There's a light in the darkness of everybody's
Well, I do believe he was tortured well enough. Good night.
So just chill till the next episode.